Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We have another story time here. I do believe we're story time episode 82. This one's this is good memories for me. Really good memories. I mean, it was scary at times, but when I used to dispatch for the DSP again, uh, a lot of times I had the privilege at night. I did it a couple times during the daytime, but I flew, I don't know, maybe like 10 times in the helicopter. And there was this one trooper, Skip Wrangler. He was a funny dude, man. He funny dude, but very, very talented. He had been in the military and he had flown in combat in the military. And so he was very, very experienced helicopter pilot. So he had been hanging out at our dispatch center, which was called Recon. I think it stood for like regional communications or something like that. The county police and the state police had a shared dispatch center at the county police building. So there was a helicopter pad out back. At that time, the county police did not have a helicopter. I think since they have, once again, this was once again all my stories seem to be the mid '80s. That's when my life was exciting. But Skip was hanging out, and he finds out he has to go to the Christiana Hospital to transport a Christiana Hospital by car was like 15, 20 minutes away. By helicopter, it was, you're up and then you're down. You get there real quick. But they had to. Delaware only has three counties. There's Newcastle County, Kent County, which Dover, Delaware is located. That's the capital, and then you have a big county in the south called Sussex County. So had to pick up a specialized nurse, transport her to BB Hospital. So this was in the older days because it was only Skip and myself, and I was sitting up front. The nurse was in the back. She also had headgear and the whole 9 yards. So as we're flying there, this dude was a character. He's trying to teach me about the instruments and how to fly it and everything. And I'm really nervous because we got this nurse in the back here. So he had controls and I had controls, and he's trying to teach me. And so we're I ended up flying this helicopter. So this is on the way to the BB Hospital, which is in Sussex County. So like there's I don't know a lot about aviation, but I do remember what he told me, and I remember it vividly. There's IFR and then there's VFR. IFR stands for instrument flight reading. You're reading your gauges, and you have stabilizer bars and what have you. Then you have VFR, which is visual flight reading or whatever. And I was doing great with the IFR. The only problem I had is rather than flying straight, there's three axes on. I had to research this, try to remember a couple of them. There's what they call a yaw, a pitch, and a roll. Those are the three ways a helicopter can move. I forget which one. You can go this way, you can go this way, you can go this way. I forget which one is which, but I remember he was kind of educating me, which was really cool. And once again, this is late at night. I know it's dark. It's crazy, but I was doing pretty good with the VFR. Then he takes his clipboard and covers up the instrument panel, and then we were like, woo! We were all over the daggone place. And I was like, Skip, take the wheel, basically. And he's like, no, you got to look into the horizon, So he was trying to teach me all that, and I struggle with that. I'm not going to lie, but finally we get to BB Hospital, drop the nurse off, and then we get back in the air. We're headed back, And now he's like really hammering me. Like he's making me fly the whole way. And I'm like, oh heck. Same thing. He's covering up the instrument panel, and I got better at going forward, but we were going forward on like a 30-degree angle. For whatever, I couldn't figure out how to get the helicopter going that way. And so then now we're getting into Newcastle, near the Newcastle County Police Headquarters, where the communication center was, where the Helo pad was out back. And Skip's pretty much trying to talk me into landing this. I'm like, I am like, I don't know what I'm just going to, for layman's term, like a little joystick, and those things are so sensitive. I was so nervous because, first of all, I didn't want to, become two fatalities. And then I was sweating like crazy because I was really nervous. And I don't know what the hell state police helicopter, is it $1 million? I don't have any idea the value of that back then in the mid 80s, but I'm just thinking like, man, this is going to really stink if we screw up. So I keep saying, Skip. So we were kind of like, I'm really worried about the rotor hitting the ground if there's a malfunction. So basically, I was able to get it lowered, but I pretty much refused to attempt to land it because I didn't want us to get hurt. But it was pretty cool that he was a really good teacher, and but he talked about a crash course you didn't know. I thought I was just going for a little ride, with this hot looking nurse, but now all of a sudden the plans changed. But anyway, so I always enjoyed going up in the helicopter. I went up with him quite a few times. I think I was in the helicopter 10 times. If you look at one of the earlier story times, I forget what it was, but I was in the air with a different pilot when there was a high-speed chase coming out of Pennsylvania. That was really interesting. So if you haven't checked up on some of the old story times, that might be a good one to check into because it was really, really dramatic, really dramatic. But anyway, folks, appreciate you tuning in. Always respect the thin blue line, and remember, always know your legal limits. Let's talk again soon, folks. Hopefully good things are coming.